Great to have your company this afternoon for this Group C game. FC top of the division, and a win this afternoon would make it very difficult for Vinsky, the only team who could conceivably qualify from this group. Basically, the bigger FCs win, more feet they have in the final stages, which are in Lake Garda in May. And already qualified from the groups are Prague Raptors and Lewis of south of England, of course, and Enfield looking good to qualify in the other group, looking like three English teams and Prague Raptors in the final four, but it's got to be finalised in the remaining fixtures. Let's go through the teams for you. For FC United, in goal, back from suspension, is George Murray-Jones. 2 is Joe Ferguson. 3 Guy Hall. 4 the skipper Charlie Ennis. 5 Charlie Oliver. 6 Curtis Jones. 7 Keelan Swales. 8 Charlie Munro. 9 Max Woodcock. 10 Aaron Bennett. 11 Deck McLaughlin. On the bench for FC, Dom Doyle, a youth player here at FC. Lewis Gilboy. Bob Jammeh, another youth player. Dan Lafferty. And reserve keeper DJ Willen. And for the visitors, who are coached by Hugo Cruz, Portuguese, who was the assistant manager last year and was a fine footballer, but a knee injury has cut short his playing career early. And Scott Holcrow, who once played for Lewis, is the assistant coach. In goal, Lorenzo Bartolome. 2 is Josh Dawson, who we understand his family hails from Bolton. 13, Kuba Drobny. 5, Saman Colabrese. 23, Mark Shaznovic. 16, Francesco Leucci. 8 is Enrico Farabosco, also an Italian. Rob Smith at 25 is a Dutchman. Then 94, Blazed Svesnitsky. Yuri Samyonov, 9. And wearing 6 is Brian Lemon, another Dutchman. And on the bench for the visitors, Simon Uzadowski, Barry Hoveniec, Jan Szorzanowski, and Martin Wozniak, who is from the Czech Republic. So FC are the favourites, 4-1 winners in clearly a feisty affair over in Poland, and now looking to get one foot fairly firmly in the final stages. So can FC impose themselves early in this contest? It's a cold, windy day here. And Curtis Jones FC kicking towards the Lightbound Road end. Ennis in a deep lying role by the look of it. He'll be the orchestra conductor, so to speak, and that ball's played out to the right-hand side where Ferguson picks it up. Cross coming in, far post, Aaron Bennett to race after this, but the wind really catching hold of that one and going out for a throw-in. First touch of the ball for Krakow. It was a tight game for much of the contest. Krakow no prospect now of qualifying for the final stages, but looking for a good result here. And they still got to go to Paris, of course. Here's Ferguson. Ferguson down the line. Here's Charlie Munro for FC United. Curtis Jones flicks it out left-hand side. Picked up by Guy Hall. Guy Hall. Bennett on the edge of the box. Bennett trying to bustle his way through. Great return ball there from Deck McLaughlin, but it's broken up. McLaughlin. Ennis. Ferguson. Inside to Ennis, but that's a stray pass there. And on the break now are Dragoons, but that's mopped up at the back by Curtis Jones.
Full marks to Dragoons having the names on the back of the shirts.
And that's played down the line nicely by Ferguson. But it's dealt with at the back there by Calabrese. And Ferguson will go to pick up this throw-in. 12 teams in 4 groups in the Fenix Trophy. Already, as I said earlier, 2 of the teams already through to the final stages.
And the holder's already out.
Holders are bundled out, no points at all for Skjold. And a tough group as Guy Hall brings in, puts the cross in there, and Dragoons making a bit of a meal of this one as Woodcock, but that's good work there and cleared there by Smits. Now Curtis Jones. Bennett. Here's Monroe. FC seeing most of the ball now, looking to see some fruit from that. Ferguson. That's slid through there. McLaughlin. Steadily improving player for FC this season. Jones slides it through. Woodcock over hits that back pass there. And that's pass doesn't make its way through there. From Schwazitsky. Now it's Ennis. Ennis plays out left-hand side. Guy Hall to try and keep this in. Does so. Guy Hall. Now Bennett, but loses possession there. Smits gets in the way and it goes out for a throw-in. Guy Hall, Jones, Bennett, Ennis. Clicks through there. And, well, a willing run there by Keelan Swales, but the Yorkshireman can't get to that one. So Lorenzo Bartolome, Italian. Goes up to the right-hand side. Smits plays it in neatly there to Dawson. And that's out. That's Smits to keep this in. Good first-time ball, but it was Samyonov who'd just strayed offside there. That wasn't a bad move down the right-hand side from Dragoons. Out to the right-hand side, Ferguson. Ferguson in field. McLaughlin, nice ball there and a good run here. Swales plays it in, but nobody there. Ferguson picks up the loose ball on the right-hand side under pressure from Savitsky. And that goes all the way back to Charlie Oliver. And that's played nicely through to Bennett. Aaron Bennett. And over, hit there by Monroe, heavy touch. Schmitz getting a foot on that. Guy Hall sees it out. Throw in FC. The left-hand side. Monroe, Ennis. Back to Monroe. Now Bennett. 30 yards out centre field, thinking about a shot here, and it blasts it over the bar. Portuguese coach Hugo Cruz there out with some instructions.
Vinsky came here last time out and kept a clean sheet in the first half. Frustrated FC with a very good game plan.
They did. FC turned it on towards the end to add that very important goal difference. And they, of course, not turn out to be so important, but just helping FC to keep the distance between themselves and the other teams in the group. And that's a nice ball from Ennis. And nicely screened there. Good work there from Calabrese. Bartolome. His fellow countryman. All purple strip for the Dragoons keeper. One ball forward and Curtis Jones. Plays it back to George Murray Jones. Suspended, of course, having shown dissent at Morpeth a few weeks ago, but he served that 2-game league suspension. He'll be back for the game at Atherton next Saturday. Now then, McLaughlin. Nice ball now. Chance here for Monroe. Scores. Nicely done there. Very nicely weighted pass from McLaughlin. And having just enough space there, it's Charlie Monroe, and he finished it nicely. No chance for the keeper. And FC United 1, Dragoons 0, and that'll settle the home side, Paul.
The perfect start for the home side. Getting an early goal, putting doubt in the minds of the visitors already after that incisive move that cut them open.
And FC have had most of the ball. Dragoons have shown some promise on the break, but FC United now noses in front, nearly 8 minutes played. FC United 1, Dragoons 0. Goal scorer Charlie Monroe. That's a rather curious ball going backwards there, and it's cleared there by Drobny. Drobny again, it's not a convincing clearance, so the ball going back, and Charlie Oliver keeps the ball in play, right hand side. That was Jones. Charlie Ennis. Jones, nice through ball on the turn is Woodcock. Ennis, space for Guy Hall on the left hand side. Infield there to Bennett, but cut out by Schmitz. And Dawson with a clearance wins a throw.
We were taking a look at the last time FC men played here on the Sunday. I bet you can't remember it.
Say that again.
The last time FC's men played here on the Sunday in a proper game.
Right, and it's through there as Woodcock, but good defence there by Lemon. Now Samyonov, but doesn't reach the intended target. And here's McLaughlin. McLaughlin tries one, but it's over the bar. Plenty of options there, did McLaughlin, but fancied his chances. Apologetic hand out to Bennett, which is gracefully accepted by FC's number 10. As you were in the league table, FC's rivals in that area of the division, all losing yesterday. And now here's Swales. Swales low cross in. Woodcock! Woodcock keeping it alive and winning a corner. FC with a firm grip on this, Paul.
Yeah, Dragoons are struggling to get out of their own penalty area at times, let alone their own half.
But Ennis jogging out to take this one. FC really will want to take a complete control here. It's a left-footed shot by Swales, and it's it's shoot on sight a bit at the moment, isn't it, from FC players?
Well, I think they've had a good look at the keeper, Bartolomei, and thought, well, he might not be the most agile of keepers.
Out to the right flank. Smits. Here now it's Monroe. Charlie Monroe. And it's McLaughlin, but he's beaten to it. Drobny with the clearance. Bennett gets in there. Back to Oliver. Nice ball through from Oliver. McLaughlin on the turn. It's outside the box. McLaughlin dribbling his way in. McLaughlin. And now driven out to the left. Plays it to Guy Hall. Guy Hall. Crosses block. Back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin on the turn is Monroe. Monroe up to Hall. Chips a far post cross in. It's nodded just over the bar. And it's a goal kick there. Interesting. Bartolomei was reluctant to come out and claim that, which he probably could have done. But anyway, goal kick.
Very much in the style of stay-at-home Italian keepers.
Drobny. Oh, it's a poor ball out from Lemon. So outside the area is Ennis. Give and go. Ennis left-footed over the bar. Well, plenty of shots for FC. It's the one goal so far.
Yeah, 7 shots in 12 minutes. But only one on target, and that's the one that went in.
And Hugo Cruz, the Portuguese coach of Dragoons there, with some fairly impassioned instructions there. I think it's about getting the ball out cleanly and FC pressing very well there and making it very difficult for the Polish side. Here's Bennett in the area, FC back in possession. Bennett with a right-footed shot and a slight deflection, and in it goes, 2-0. Just brushed the back over one of the Krakow defenders there. It was a fine shot, and Bartolome unable to get a hand to it, and FC now taking fairly firm control here. It's FC United 2, Krakow Dragoons 0. We played just around about 12 minutes here.
Yeah, Bartolome's reflexes were tested there with a shot that took a glance in blow, and he wasn't up to the task, I'm afraid.
Off we go. Now Bennett. Bennett over halfway. Bennett, Ferguson. Ferguson. Driving down the right side, coming infield now. Monroe square ball, Bennett. Bennett into the box. Nice ball to Ennis. FC smelling blood here. Ennis chips it in. McLaughlin's shot is blocked. And now Dragoons to bring it away. But rather errant ball there. And FC are back in possession. Centre field, it's Monroe. Curtis Jones. Ferguson.
The big test is for FC to keep the focus.
Here's Guy Hall. Guy Hall's cross coming in. Drobny's clearance, and now Schmitz to try and bring it away. Samyonov picks it up. And here's Dawson. Dawson gets a return ball. That's a nice ball. Samyonov with a well-timed run here. He has a chance. Plays it in field, and he showed a lack of conviction there, Samyonov. He could have driven on himself, but kind of hesitated, looked for a ball across field, and FC back in position very quickly. And Woodcock doing well to win this and win a free kick. Samyonov, he didn't fancy it, did he, Paul?
No, he straight away he was looking around to say, well, who's following me? Instead of ploughing the furrow himself and thinking, I could get a shot in here. Could have been his chance for fame there.
Yeah.
Spectacular goal.
It was a nice move. There was some nice quick interplay.
It was very well worked, and he was onside.
So Krakow, just a little warning there for FC that they can find the spaces. They can maybe provide a threat, but FC with his 2-goal lead as we approach the quarter-hour mark, looking to make it 3 from this free kick from the right-hand side, which Charlie Ennis will take. Nodded down by Woodcock and Jones, and it's 3-0. Jones just goes through there. It was a nice header from Woodcock, kind of diving header, and it was Jones who was alert, really.
It was rather statuesque in the 6-yard box, I'm afraid. And there was only Jones that reacted.
So it's 3-0, and we played just over a quarter of an hour. And FC United on the march here to Lake Garda.
I'm sure Renault would like a bench full of subs to throw on at some point. He's got a few, but he'd like some more.
And free kick. DJ Willen may even get a quarter of an hour towards the end. So FC United 3-0 in front here as this free kick from Dragoons comes towards the area. It's flicked on. But Dawson's head there, and I think he was expecting Smits to be to his right, but Smits was just about a yard from him. And here's Monroe. Monroe scored the first of FC's 3. Out to the right side, here's Ferguson raiding. Queuing up here, Ferguson's cross. It's hooked away, but not very convincingly. Monroe to make it 4. From the edge of the box, a weak clearance here, and then Monroe just controlled it neatly and placed it perfectly. And with 16.5 minutes played, it's FC United 4, Dragoons of Krakow 0. Well, one team that won't like what's going on is Vinsky. I mean, they're fairly unlikely that Vinsky could have somehow qualified from this point, but if this turns into a cricket score, then there's really nothing that Vinsky can do. They're going to be turning around a a monumental goal difference in their 2 games in Paris when they're finally arranged, that is. Now Jones, Samyonov looking to have good pace there, but ball is taken safely. There's Oliver bringing out a defence. There's FC already disappearing out of sight in this contest. Ferguson on the right flank. And FC will get to a point where they'll expect to score every time they go forward at the moment. Curtis Jones out to the left-hand side. Hall. Nice looking cross. It's the bar, Woodcock. And now chance for Monroe for a hat-trick. Good save, Bartolome. McLaughlin. And it comes off Drobny and it's a corner.
Well, that was dramatic stuff.
That was a really good save from Bartolome, as Monroe was searching for a very quick hat-trick there. So from the left-hand side, Charlie Ennis to take this corner. Quickly taken. Swales back to Ennis, cross coming in. In comes McLaughlin, offside. Ball in the net, but somebody was in an offside position. Don't think it was McLaughlin because he clearly was coming from an onside position, but the referee system must have deemed that the earlier play came from an offside. There's Drobny, Kuba Drobny to take this free kick. Well won by Curtis Jones. It was Forobosco. Monroe, who's on the hat-trick hunt, loses possession. It's Zhiznovsky. But Krakow losing possession. Monroe. Here's Ennis. Ferguson. And here's Ferguson. Wants to get in on the act here. Left-footed. Blocked. Corner. Yeah, I think quite a few players thinking about getting their.
It's a good match to boost your stats with.
Certainly.
FC are revelling in the time and space they don't get in the Northern Premier League.
Approaching 20 minutes. Ennis back to Bennett. Bennett cross in, and there's Jones across, and it is a goal kick. Probably refreshing for the players to have a more relaxed affair, given some of the misfortune FC have had in recent games. Bennett, Oliver.
Yeah, it's got the air of a testimonial at times, this.
Get forward quicker then was a shout from Neil Reynolds. He won't want his team to let up here. Guy Hall from the left-hand side, cross coming in. Drobny, cushioned header there, edge of the box. Ennis waiting for this one. Ennis plays it back to Jones, Curtis Jones, centre circle. Out to the right flank now, Ferguson again. But good defence there from Liucci. And FC United have the ball back on the halfway line. Good looking ball from Oliver, too much on it though, in fact. Throw in to Dragoons. And Josh Dawson is ready to take this one. What will Neil Reynolds be happy with at half time? 6?
I think he'd be satisfied with that, yes. But I think what he will really want is 90 minutes of focus, I think, which is a lot to ask.
And here's Ferguson. Woodcock, McLaughlin, back to Bennett now. Bennett, Monroe trying to get it through, but good defence that time from Dragoons. Ennis though breaking up the counter, and then good work there from Zhiznovsky. Now it's back with Monroe though. Monroe, now Bennett. Back to Jones, Curtis Jones out to the left flank. Guy Hall now midway inside Krakow territory. Now McLaughlin. McLaughlin flicking it in nicely. It was a good run from Woodcock, but it was just a little high for him, and safely caught by Bartolome.
A taller striker would have probably scored.
Bartolome's clearance. Jones to shepherd that back to his keeper, and a rare touch for George Murray Jones. Don't think it's going to be too taxing an afternoon for the Manchester City loanee. Here comes Bennett. Bennett now driving towards the box. Here's Hall. A low cross coming in, a high cross in the end, in fact, but that ball will go over the other side, on the right hand side, for a throw into FC. We played a quarter of this contest. FC United 4, Dragoons of Krakow 0. 2 goals for Charlie Monroe. Oliver, Jones. Jones driving forward. Monroe flicks it out neatly to Ferguson. Joe Ferguson's cross. And it will be a corner. Ennis jogging across with some intent here.
Certainly opens the door to a bit of experimentation at some point in the game.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Ennis placing the ball from this corner from the right-hand side. Charlie Ennis. Bennett. Bennett driving into the box on the right flank. Low cross in. Drobny's half clearance. And, Horobosco trying a bit of ball control in the area. It's being harried by Woodcock. And in the end just concedes the throw-in.
I don't think they're used to such a high press, certainly.
At least he held on to possession there. Slight ebb in the game here. Now it's Guy Hall. Here's Ennis. Ferguson. Bennett. Bennett to drive towards the box there. Nice ball in. McLaughlin. McLaughlin. Ferguson. Samyonov helping out in defence. And good work in the drop. Well, it was in fact Leucci there who dealt with that one. Oh, good work there. And that was an attempt to bring McLaughlin back into it. The ball looks like it'll be clear finally. Forabosco. Dawson. Dawson decides to drive alone. He's not got anybody really giving him close support here, and the ball goes out of play. Dawson believes that ball hadn't gone out of play before it touched the FC player.
I think he's frustrated that nobody made a run forward for him.
It's important for Dragoons that they keep clear heads here and keep playing. Just under 20 minutes to go to half time. To FC United with its 4-goal cushion. That time they got a 5th. Been a little while since they've hit the back of the net. Here's Bennett. Finds Monroe, back to Bennett, nicely in field there. Swales plays it back to Oliver, back to Jones in the centre circle for FC. Now Bennett, nice ball in field. Oliver drifting forward, left-footed shot. Woodcock couldn't get the power. Comfortable save for Bartolome.
I think FC hold the record with 12-0 against Master Listies.
That ball's gone out of play there as Dragoons try and bring it away. Here's Charlie Oliver. A lot of space for Guy Hall on the left-hand side, and he has the ball now. Guy Hall, the freedom of the left. Here's Bennett now. Bennett, square ball. Jones drifting a little further forward. Swales, he'd love a goal today. Nice looking ball, but well covered there by Leucci. And it will be a throw into FC. Ferguson ready to take the throw in. Joe Ferguson Ball comes back to Curtis Jones now. Jones, Ennis. Ooh, dispossessed now. Can the Dragoons break? Schmitz. Comfortable square ball. That's Samionov down the left-hand side now. Holds it up for a moment. Plays it back here. Forobosco wins a throw-in. And about the halfway line. Liucci. Francesco Liucci. And that's played forward of Samionov. Ooh, it's an errant ball that. FC could break here with Bennett. Bennett to test the keeper off his line, but it's wide. It's the right idea, no doubt, from Bennett. But he just couldn't find the range. Found the distance, but just couldn't find the target.
He had a Beckham-esque thought there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't quite work.
When Dragoons get hold of the ball playing out, sometime when they can string a few nice passes together. Bartolome, that ball hangs in the wind. Now it's McLaughlin. Now it's Ferguson. Halfway line, right-hand side, inside to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, Curtis Jones, still around about halfway. Jones flicks it out to Guy Hall. Always a willing recipient. Jones gets a return ball there. Monroe is fouled. Was caught by Forobosco. And it will be a free kick about 40 yards out, centre field. Curtis Jones has drifted forward into the box.
I think he's got the wind advantage from that position.
Here's Bennett. Bennett, who runs into trouble. Good defence. Forobosco plays it down the line. And Ennis has it. Monroe on the halfway line. Monroe with 2 goals to his name. Driving forward. Thinking about a third, perhaps. Return ball is overhit, but it's Swales. Ferguson. Ferguson across. Oh! And it was Woodcock. Couldn't get a foot to it. Here's Bennett, though, by the corner flag, left-hand side. Edge of the box. Monroe to pick it up. Back to Ennis now. Ennis now to chip it across. McLaughlin. And just offside was McLaughlin. Free kick to Krakow Dragoons.
Just about on the edges of the half-hour mark. FC 4 goals to the good.
Yeah, got off the boil, haven't they, for about a quarter of an hour, Paul?
Well, it's 14 minutes since the last goal, and that kind of thing will irritate the manager.
And that's a foul. Surely could have played on there, actually, but free kick. And this is a free kick to FC from the right flank. Swales, perhaps just a bit of remonstrating there, maybe suggesting that they could have played on there, FC. In the event, McLaughlin is stood over this one. There's 3 white shirts in the box so far, surprisingly, but Bennett looks as though he's going to join them. I wonder if McLaughlin's thinking about a shot here and testing Lorenzo Bartolome. The cross coming in, far post. Jones is there, but he just couldn't get the direction there. Under a bit of pressure from the defender and the keeper, and result is a goal kick. Murray Jones trying to keep himself warm.
Yeah, it's a cold day for standing around doing nothing.
Ferguson inside to Ennis. Actually looking to maintain the intensity here, despite being so comfortably in front. McLaughlin again, right flank. I don't know what that was about. Is it an attempt of a shot? But wild cross-come shot there.
I think the cameraman was challenged to keep the ball on sight there.
Drobny's clearance. Throw into FC. Guy Hall, halfway line, left-hand side, back to Jones. Oliver. Oh dear, well nobody wanted that really. It's a through ball, but picked for Schmitz there, but it's cut out by Jones. With Samionov waiting to make a run. Ball comes loose. Liucci flicks it forward, but only as far as McLaughlin. McLaughlin give and go, but that doesn't quite work out. Schmitz does well to intervene. That's played forward, but Ennis cutting out the move in a slightly untidy little passage of play here. And Drobny plays it back to Bartolome, who plays it out to the right-hand side. And it's a throw-in now to FC United. Swales back to Ennis, about 35-40 yards out. Switches the play out to the right-hand side. Ferguson. Trying to drive through from the right. Taking it towards the byline. Can he keep it in? Wins a corner.
FC's fifth corner.
Can it yield a fifth goal? Well, the modest cohort of FC fans in good voice. Corner taken. Ferguson now crosses it in rather not, and it's coming loose, and it's Oliver, and it's a decent save. It was some force that by Oliver, but Bartolome gets in the way. He's done that 2 or 3 times since the 4 goals have gone in. Looks like a decent shot stopper. Ennis, quickly taken. Bennett tries to curl it in, and I think that was Monroe there looking for his third. Couldn't quite get on the end of it.
I think that we're trying to wear the keeper out with goal kicks. He's had to take 11 now.
I imagine Dragoons would probably take going in at half-time 4-0 now.
I think they'd love the whistle right now.
And now Bennett, though. Bennett runs into trouble. Forabosco. Still can't keep control of that one. Throw in. Ennis plays it infield to Oliver. And Little Reynolds seems to want Swales to stay on side. I think that was the guidance. Here's Guy Hall. Guy Hall towards the box, down the left flank. Woodcock to the byline. Defence in the way. Monroe to the byline. Still has it, Monroe. Chips it across. Ferguson tries to get ahead. McLaughlin keeps it in play. McLaughlin chips it over, just over the head of Woodcock, and Woodcock. He's not the tallest of number 9s, and 2 nice crosses have just been out of his reach.
Yes, you'd have thought Jordan Buckley would probably have his own hat-trick by now this afternoon.
Undoubtedly. Well, to the credit of Dragoons, really did look like an avalanche. 4-0 after about 16 minutes. And some decent saves from Bartolome and some blocks that have just kept a lid on it for the moment. Ennis, though, nods it forward. Drobny. And now played out of defence. Samionov, good return by Forabosco. Good first time ball. And good work from Ferguson to cover that. As Svazitsky went after it. Dawson gets a head on it. Goes out for a throw in. Guy Hall. Hall seems to be getting rather lengthy instructions there. Just delayed the throw in slightly. Ennis. That's for Ferguson. It's a good looking ball, that. Great take from Ferguson. Chance on here, comes across, but good cover. And it was Calabrese. And it's now a free corner ball right hand side. Plenty of corners for FC. Can they find a 5th goal from this one? 8 minutes to go to half time. Ennis floats it in very invitingly, but it skims off the head of a Dragoons defender, and it will be a throw in. Guy Hall, Monroe, Bennett, McLaughlin for Hall. Hall keeps it in. No, he doesn't. So again, the wind really is blowing into our faces here, and when it catches a ball played towards the left, then it's very difficult to keep it in play. And Josh Dawson trying to nick a few yards, but Mr. Cunningham, the referee, having none of that. Borobosco's clearance, nodded down neatly, and under pressure for a moment there was Oliver. Plays it back to George Murray-Jones, grateful for something to do as a team sheet blows across the press bench here. Ennis. Here's Swales down the right flank. Well, McLaughlin's a mile offside there. Free kick to Dragoons. Drobny. Kuba Drobny to take this free kick. Chance to play it out of defence perhaps here by Drobny. Plenty of blue shirts further forward. But Ferguson, I thought he was going to intercept it, can't do so. And attacking from the left-hand side, but Ferguson recovers well. Swales. Nice ball forward, Woodcock. Woodcock across there for Bennett. Bennett here with a real chance. Bennett, surely. Bennett hesitates and scores. Good composure there, Bennett. I thought he was slightly over-elaborating there, but he just kept his composure. Waited for the right moment and stroked it past Bartolome. And finally, FC have a fifth goal. 2 goals now for Bennett. 2 goals for Monroe.
He had the freedom of the Dragoons half, really, to do what he wanted. It was the through ball, really, that was the killer blow, wasn't it, that played him in. And then it was a case of evade the last defender and the keeper and just do what you want with it.
And they'd thrown quite a few forward as well, hadn't they, Dragoons, at that point, and were very exposed. 5-0 FC lead.
I don't know if there was a target in the manager's mind, whether it was double figures.
Well, it was quite a tight game in Krakow. FC ran out 4-1 winners, but it was close for most of the game. But here's Guy Hall, who's gone too early. So he may have, he wouldn't have been overconfident. Not like when the other Polish team we played, where FC had already won by a big margin in Poland, and so when it was 10-0 at here, it was no surprise. EKZ. Drobny. Take the free kick. Ennis. Monroe. Bennett. Oh, just loses control of it there. Here's Dawson. Smits on the turn, loses possession. Guy Hall, infield, Monroe, tiny bit of space for him. Nice ball to Bennett. Now Bennett, can he time the pass? And Woodcock hadn't stayed onside. Puts the ball in the net, and Woodcock, bit of a frustrating afternoon. He's making some good runs. That time he just mistimed it very slightly. It was tight, but there have been some crosses come over. They've just been a bit too high for him. And another one where he just couldn't get his foot to the ball. Now Monroe. And that will go out for a throw in to FC. Midway inside Dragoons territory, left-hand side. Guy Hall, McLaughlin. McLaughlin on the turn. Ennis. On the turn is Swales. Keelan Swales. Out to the right flank here, Ferguson. Low cross in, corner ball. They really are queuing up in that 18-yard area. Woodcock, he really must fancy a goal. He'll be very frustrated if he doesn't get onto the team sheet, onto the score sheet, I beg your pardon. Charles Ennis. Paul Ennis, Charlie nickname, of course. Nice ball, Ferguson. Back now. Oh, and Woodcock again frustrated. Samyonov, that ball will go out for a throw into FC. Quickly taken. Here's Bennett. A brace to his name so far. Down that nice ball on the right flank. Keelan Swales, cross coming in. Waiting is Jones. Dawson gets in the way well, and Drobny with a clearance throw in. Jones trying to ghost in for his second there. Just over 2 minutes to go to half time. FC United 5, Krakow Dragoons 0. Jones. Ennis. Nice ball at the left flank there, Guy Hall. Bennett. Monroe, Bennett. Bennett driving in. Bennett. Ennis. Shoots, but wide. Bennett waiting for a return ball there. It never came. And injury there to Shaznovic. Limping there, looks in some discomfort. Might try and make his way through to half time now. We're almost in the final minute of the half. Probably will be a minute or two of added time. No physios, but plenty of goals. Jones. Oliver. Keelan Swales. Swales slides it in. Woodcock now! He's drifted offside again, and anyway, couldn't convert. And Max Woodcock grabs the netting in utter frustration. Ooh, and that was loose play at the edge of the box there for Bosco. FC have a throw in level with the 18-yard line. Guy Hall to take this one. Monroe. Jones. Square ball to Oliver in the centre circle. Oliver. Great work by Ferguson. Beats one, beats two, gets a return ball that doesn't quite come. Yes, it does come his way. The end. Now it's Guy Hall. Guy Hall chips it across. And the ball is hooked away by Leucci. We're moving in. We're in added time now. I don't think we've seen a board. FC looking for a 6 just on the stroke of half time. Woodcock, nicely done. Ennis just couldn't take the return ball goal kick.
23 goal attempts to none is the tally in the first half. 8 on target.
Ball is cleared by Leucci, but it's loose. Ennis now flicks it through. That's a good defence there. That was good work from Dragoons to break that one up. Now they'll try and break away. Bosco runs into trouble. Plays out to the left-hand side. Oliver's well positioned. Oliver now, FC looking one last attack perhaps before the interval. Ferguson. McLaughlin. Cross coming in. And it comes across. Oh! And Bennett flicks it over. He's right there. It was a real opportunity for his hat trick, but it just kind of bobbled and ended up going over the bar. The half-time whistle goes. Utter domination from FC United. And Paul, a few words from you.
Well, we expected a comfortable win today, and at half-time we're well on the way. It's difficult to see how Dragoons can get out of this hole they're in now. You do wonder whether the substitutes are going to play a large part in the second half. The manager will be able to try a few different things because the game is already won.
Well, thank you very much, Paul. We're going to take a little breather here while the players regroup. And we'll be back with you just in time for the second half. Thanks for your company so far. We have a half-time scoreline of FC United and Manchester 5, Krakow Dragoons 0. And it's FC United 5, Dragoons of Krakow 0 here at half-time. And FC looking to pile on the agony, you would think. It is Ferguson straight away. Ferguson shoots. He might have wanted to put that across there rather than shooting through a player who was right in his path. Lucci.
Two substitutes on.
Nilek is on. And also Szczesanowski. So FC United with this 5-goal lead. And I think, I thought we were having a contested drop ball then. But Forabosco. And it's a throw into FC on the far side. FC United unchanged since half time. McLaughlin. Guy Hall tripped over. So left hand side corner for McLaughlin to take. McLaughlin, short one, Monroe. Oh, that's a nice bit of play there. McLaughlin across, and it's another corner with Kuba Drobny getting in the way there.
The attendance is 646 today.
Corner left-hand side. Ennis and Monroe taking a quick one. Monroe plays it back. Bennett flicks it back to Guy Hall. Not sure quite what the point of that corner was, but Ferguson now has it on the right-hand side. Hall is back with Hall in the centre circle. Ferguson. Jones waits. Plays it back there. It's a return ball. Jones across. Woodcock now! Wide, and that was a chance for Max Woodcock. Took it with his left foot. Not his day so far.
Certainly not.
He's just got to keep going, and he will get one. Drobny taking it out, playing it out of defence. Samyonov goes up. He's out jumped by Jones. Now Dawson down the right-hand side for the Polish side. Samyonov, but Bennett back helping out his defence. George Murray Jones with a rare touch. That is hurried into the clearance there. Now Monroe. So Forabosco. Lucci runs into trouble. FC. Good looking cross, and the Drobny somehow gets it back to the keeper. That will, I think, count as a deflection rather than a back pass. Bartolome towards the left flank there. Charlie Oliver. McLaughlin flicking it on. Ennis forward. Well, he was caught. That was a bit naughty there from Keelan Swales, grabbing hold of his man. And nearly 5 minutes of the second half gone. Score remains 5-0 to FC United. Calabrese with this free kick. It's played forward and just drifted aside as Samyonov. That wasn't a bad free kick. Here's Ennis. Guy Hall driving across the halfway line. Shows a bit too much of that to Dawson. Schmitz now in field, gets a return ball. Does Schmitz. And muscled off it there, thought he was fouled. No, he wasn't, says the referee. But here's Dawson driving down that right flank, but he's overhit that one. And it will go out for well, it won't go out for a goal kick because George Murray-Jones decides to keep it in. Here's Oliver. Charlie Oliver. Takes a moment. Bennett on the left-hand side. Guy Hall to his left. Guy Hall, 3 white shirts to aim at. And it comes, it's glanced on. Woodcock just couldn't get hold of it there as it fell to Bennett. Good tackle there. And on the break now are the visitors. Run has to be timed here. But, losing a bit of momentum, but could there be a chance? No. Oliver mops up the danger there. As Luke just was waiting for a possible opportunity. And now Woodcock down the right flank, bit of space. Woodcock into the box. That comes off the defender for yet another corner.
Double figures on the corners now.
And Hugo Cruz there, keeping himself warm.
The wind is really getting up.
Yes, it's a bitter wind. And Keelan Swales overhits that cross. Curtis Jones pursues the ball. Plays it nicely into Monroe. Monroe from the left side of the area. Monroe chips it in. But no takers. Bartolome, long ball out of defence. Met by Guy Hall, nods it out of play, throw in.
I think Dragoons have shown a bit more enterprise in the second half so far. Come forward a bit more.
Neil Reynolds thinking about a substitution. He just made a signal. Samyonov. Uchi down the line there. Osnaluk. Samyonov trying to get in there, but Guy Hall clearing the danger here. Now Curtis Jones just outside his own penalty area. Well, just overhit through ball there by Ferguson. Bartolome mops up. Bartolome wearing the number 83. Plays it out to the left flank, and great work from Keelan Swales. In comes the cross. Dropped his clearance. Woodcock trying to get hold of the ball, edge of the box. Ferguson now. Ferguson chipping the cross in. It's blocked and cleared. But not entirely convincingly. Ferguson thinks about it. Right-footed shot. It goes in. Keeper went the wrong way there. And it brushed his foot there. And Dragoons making a bit of a hash of that. And good opportunism from Ferguson. Fine shot. Crisply executed. And it's number 6 for FC. First goal for Ferguson. First goal for FC for Ferguson.
Yeah.
Paul.
It's a well-drilled low strike.
So, substitution for FC, and young Dom Doyle, youth player, gets his chance. who will be rested. And DJ Willen is going to get a chance as well. George Murray Jones, I don't know how...
he probably doesn't mind coming off because he's been completely redundant. So standing around for another half hour is probably not really what he wants.
Jones off, by the look of it. And Jones makes way for Dom Doyle, the young player. Ferguson's off, having scored. Jame's on. And also coming on Lewis Gilboy. So Keelan Swells has dropped to the back. Young Dom Doyle playing centre back. And Bartolome under pressure slides it out. Bob Jamy. Cross now, chance for Woodcock, but he just couldn't get the second touch. It's a corner. Ennis jogging across. So
great opportunity for the young lads that have come on to make an impression.
29 minutes for Dragoons to endure here. Again, it sort of brushes the head of an FC player and goes out for a goal kick. I think he probably loves some real precision from his players now. Crosses, the passing really accurate, as you talked about earlier, retaining the focus despite the wide margin ahead that FC are. Dom Doyle gets ahead to that one. Bob Jamy on the right flank, halfway line, plays it back to Swales, who's been dropped to right back. Now DJ Willen. DJ Willen, that's not a great clearance from Willen. And luckily for him, the Dragoons player couldn't control it. It was Schmitz, and it's a throw into FC, midway inside their own half. FC United leading by 6-0. Bennett with a long ball forward, and just offside was Lewis Gilboy. So what he'll be demanding, I think, Neil Reynolds. Real focus. Drobny flicks it forward. It's nodded in by Dawson, then it's cleared. On the break again, FC. Bennett down that left flank, powers through there. Checks his stride, still has the ball at his feet. Great run by Monroe. Chance for Monroe's hat-trick. Oh, decent save, and then cleared. Decent save from Bartolome. Monroe will be frustrated that he didn't get his third goal there.
There's an injury stoppage.
Staying down. And now getting up. Just in some discomfort though. Real limp. Quickly taken. McLaughlin. Hall in the centre circle. Nice ball there. Keelan Swales has made a run. Swales, low cross in. And that was Gilboy tried a shot, but couldn't get to the right purchase on that one. Score remains FC 6, Krakow Dragoons 0. Goal kick taken by Bartolome. Samyonov. Now Dawson. Dawson tries to play it in field. It's intercepted by Monroe, and then Ennis. Ennis now to the right-hand side. Bob Jamy. Great pass. Jamy collects it neatly. Jamy driving into the box, and he's fouled. Good run there from Jamy. So free kick in a nice position for FC. So McLaughlin fancies this one. Bennett is thinking about a left foot shot, or McLaughlin with a right footer. 5 in the wall and a player laid down behind that. McLaughlin, nice! Oh, perfect. Number 7. That really was. Full stretch for Bartolome. And I suppose there's got to be a question about the wall in a situation like that, Paul, but really was absolutely perfectly placed. Well, as things stand in this section, as the Scots would have said, FC United have a goal difference of plus 13 and 9 points. Vinsky with 3 points and 2 games to play, minus 2. So
at the moment, the gap with 2 games left for them is what, 16?
6 points and 15 goals.
So they'd have to make up 16 goals in the 2 games,
Well,
one of which is against us.
Well, they'd have to make 8 goals to halve, take 8 off FC, and
yeah.
So yeah, it's a great ball that Gilboy. Oh, he'd like to get involved here. Low cross in. Bennett got an awkward bounce. It's still not dealt with though, and now it's hooked away. Here's McLaughlin, scorer of that 7th goal, that fine free kick. Low cross. Oh, it's too much on that. It's a goal kick.
I don't think there's any way the goals have finished in this game yet.
Yeah.
Not with 62 minutes on the clock.
Seems to be proving quite a mission to arrange the games in Paris. Both the game that Vinsky had with FC and Krakow Dragoons. Throw in. To Dragoons, midway inside their own territory, left-hand side. Liucci. And Swales there.
Somebody suggested that we should send the academy lads out to the finals in Garda. And it was noticeable the academy promptly lost their first game in the league of the season when that was mentioned.
Yeah, I don't know how serious that suggestion was against the likes of Lewis and Enfield, or anybody for that matter, and the Raptors as well. But Liucci steals about 5 yards, or attempts to. I think many people would have begrudged him those yards, to be honest. Liucci. And now the chase is on. Elliott. Oh, and well, slightly panicky clearance there from DJ Willem, but it hits the player and goes off for a goal kick.
Substitution coming up.
Zadowski.
Another one of the high numbers.
97. Now down that right flank, Dawson for Dragoons. Does well there, plays it infield neatly. Samyonov, well, no, it's overhit the pass. It was an attempt of a return ball actually for Dawson, but goes out for a goal kick. Zadowski. On Doyle, and that's overhit. It's FC United 7, Krakow Dragoons 0. Still around 26 minutes to go here. McLaughlin down that left flank. Woodcock. Nice cross in. Oh, and Gilboy, I don't know if he took his eye off. It was offside anyway. Uzadov waits patiently here. Should be a board, shouldn't there, somewhere?
Didn't see much urgency on the touchline to get him on.
.25 minutes to go. Jamie is tackled, but throw in. It was a free kick, in fact. Keelan Swales. Doyle. McLaughlin now in a much deeper role, centre-back role for his fine free kick. Here comes Munro, still hunting a hat-trick. Out to the right flank there. Keelan Swales. Nice looking ball. McLaughlin made a run for it, couldn't get onto the end of it. Woodcock gets a touch to it. McLaughlin pursues it to the left flank. Here's Guy Hall. Infield to Ennis now. Ennis through there on the turn. Is Bennett looking for his hat-trick. Bennett. No way through, plays it for Jamie. Jamie, a low cross in, blocked. Gilboy, Jamie. Jammer. Oh, it's a chance for Swells across now, and it's Summer. Now it's Munro. Edge of the box, left-footed. But can't beat Lorenzo Bartolome. 7-0 it remains.
That's 5 saves from the keeper now.
I see Drop kicks it out of defence. Jammer. Nice ball now. This Gilboy. Low cross in. It's going to be a tap in for Bennett. Bennett has a hat-trick. And FC United have an 8-0 lead. So, Zundowski coming on, and with a rueful smile, Leucci, I think, is the man leaving the field. Smiles, that's all smiles. So, Szosanowski, and now Szosanowski waiting for a ball there, but it doesn't come. Dom Doyle playing back to DJ Willen. DJ Willen out to the left flank where Guy Hall waits. FC United now be looking for double figures. They're 8-0 ahead. And now Gilboy, right-footed shot, it's blocked. Gilboy, second bite of the cherry. Good save. Bennett now to chip it in. And a man on the line there to clear it away. Porton defending there. And this is the newly arrived substitute there who made the difference. Zanowski. Now it's Bennett, already with 3. Plays it across, and Keelan Swells won't get to that one. Throw in to Dragoons.
The number 26, Krasnowski. He's become their youngest ever player this afternoon, I've been told, at 17 years of old age.
Ennis, first time ball, Gilboy, right-footed! Hits the underside of the bar. Unlucky, but Bennett for the rebound. 4th goal for him. And FC United move into a 9-0 lead. Well, the record could be on here, Paul. 12-0, FC beat Cuenca Metalistas in last season's competition. They're 9-0.
Well, Gilboy has yet to score for FC, and he got very close there with the underside of the bar.
And Hovignettes It's number 44, he's waiting. 20 minutes to go. FC with a 9-0 lead. And ball is up. Dawson. Samionov. Dawson runs onto the return ball. Can he find the right pass? Good work from Dawson, but he's fouled. Well, a free kick here, about 35 yards or so out. Can Dragoons fashion a consolation from this set piece?
Well, they did score in Krakow against us, and that is possible.
Forobosco. Plenty of blue shirts to aim at. Takes quite a long run here. I wonder if he's thinking about a shot. He is. Ooh. We came all this way to their 18-yard box.
That was their first shot.
Gilboy. And the Jammer. That's good defending there. He gets caught on the head there. I don't think Jammer meant that. But as Jammer moved his foot away, he's caught the head of the defender there. Jammer not showing much concern. Dawson is down, having a chat with Aaron Bennett. 4 goals for him. Doesn't seem to be any movement from the physios here with head injury. I think somebody just have a look. Maybe it's double time on Sunday.
Are we going to an uncontested drop ball here?
As Dawson gets up, having had a little breather. Substitute waiting. No boards, no physios. Hovanyets is waiting to come on. Is it Dawson? This is taking an age to arrange. We're done for time wasting. It carries on. Did somebody come off them?
No, we're letting them play 12. It's Dawson.
It's
Dawson's
Dawson
going
limping
off on the
off.
far side.
Very relaxed officiating there, allowing a few moments of 12 on the field. Dawson gets off and they're playing with Dawson just leaving the field now. Dom Doyle. Doyle driving out of defence. Finds Guy Hall. Oh, poor clearance there. Samionov, a good return ball. Ozilinek, but good work from Doyle there, good composure. Ball hangs in the air. Lewis Gilboy's got an overlapping run from Jammer. Jammer now, good cross in. Oh, Woodcock, there is no... It's just not his day. Couldn't get anything of him. Still FC have it though, looking for number 10. McLaughlin. McLaughlin plays it through. It goes all the way through to Lorenzo Bartolome. There was a few moments when we were playing, Paul, and Dawson was still on the pitch. Does that mean the game might have to be replayed?
Well, it is a blatant breach of the rules, to say the least.
And
it might have to be replayed at a neutral venue.
yeah, that's right, with no crowd.
Yeah, behind closed doors, where you can fabricate a scoreline.
As if both teams aren't expelled from the competition, and that was a decent shot. Just over the bar. Great work there. I think that was Shisanovsky.
Yes, the teenager.
It was as close as they've come. Dom Doyle.
sympathetic hand for Josh Dawson.
Ball again hanging there. Gilboy goes up. Good defence though. Still alive, and here comes Woodcock again. It's just out of his reach. And McLaughlin now playing centre back, has it. Now Monroe there, a little bit casual, but keeps it alive. But then now a 4-on-3 momentarily here for the Polish side, but that was a hurried pass there. And Dom Doyle to bring it forward for FC.
That's a good player, Doyle.
Now Ennis outside the box, slips it through, Woodcock. Gilboy chips it far post, and then hooked away. Bennett, 4-goal, Aaron Bennett. Aaron Bennett tackle there. Good work, Szymanowski, looks a decent player. But Guy Hall recovers possession for FC. Guy Hall on the turn is Monroe. Monroe chips it back there. Bennett, could he be number 5? No. Goal kick. Unselfish there for Monroe. What the something was that?
I think Bennett's got to the stage now where he shouldn't be looking to score. He should be looking to feed others.
FC United 9, Krakow Dragoons 0. They have it's under 14 minutes to play. Jammer and Ennis loses possession. It's a good looking ball, but good alertness there from DJ Willen. As Hoveniets was waiting to pounce. Chip down the line, Hoveniets, he's just offside. Oh, come on, line, they're just...
Enter into the spirit of the thing.
I really don't think there'd be a riot. But they have to be professional. Another offside, come on. Officials ruining the game here by following the laws. The spirit of the Phoenix Trophy. Ball given away though by Dragoons. Jammer on the right flank. Jammer. Ball now falls for Gilboy on the right hand touchline. Gilboy drives towards the byline, brings it infield rather neatly. Left-footed cross, good positioning. Will be a corner though. And decent defence there by Calabrese. He's taken some decent positions there, as the Italian. Trying to stem the flow. Ennis.
Dragoons have brought everyone back for this.
Ennis being driven backwards. Bennett with the throw. Keelan Swales, Bennett, infield to Jammer. Now Guy Hall. Across the left flank, McLaughlin scored that lovely free kick for number 7. And he's out to the right flank, waiting is Keelan Swales. Swales, low crossing, good positioning again. It was Drobny that time. No, it was Calabrese again. Throw-in taken. Monroe with a flick on. Ennis can't feed the pass through. The ball is cleared. Waiting is Dom Doyle. Guy Hall. And Drobny plays it down the right flank. And now bringing out a defence. Calabrese. Oh, that was a loose pass, but it's found the substitute. And now Forabosco. Samyotnev. Now that he's got a man in the middle, he can get this cross across. Nice ball there. Oh, it doesn't reach. Good work from Doyle there. Snuff out possible danger. Forabosco, nice turn. Right on the turn now is a chance. As Bozaniliak plays it infield. Good dummy. Samyonov. Shot from the edge of the box, perhaps. But closed down and cut out there. Drobny for Bosco. And Doyle with some defending to do all of a sudden. Now Woodcock on the break is Jammer. Good pass from Woodcock. Jammer with number 10, surely. And he does it. Bob Jammer, first goal, I think, for FC. And it's a lovely, real composure there. Flicks it over. Keeper helped to make his mind up by starting to dive. And Jammer just flicked it over him. It's FC United 10, Krakow Dragoons 0. Record definitely on here.
It was a well-crafted goal. And I hope you like Jammer too.
Well, Jammer in the name of the Lord.
Goal for FC United on 80 minutes. It's number 15, Bob Jammer.
So, 2 goals for FC to equal their record in the Phoenix Trophy. Wozniak at Jammer there back doing his defensive bit as well. Monroe still hasn't found his hat-trick, scored 2 early goals. Good ball from Ennis. Woodcock drifted out to the right side. Jammer, return ball for Woodcock. Gilboy in the middle, first time. Gilboy inside, chance for Bennett, number 5, unselfishly to Ennis, who doesn't convert. Ennis still has it. Edge of the box, Monroe. Monroe's shot, and he just doesn't get hold of it right. It's a goal kick. Very unselfish from Bennett there. Bartolome. And then cleared. Now then. Woodcock in the box. Woodcock left-footed. Blocked. Woodcock again. Determined Woodcock. Blocked again. Bennett. Gilboy. Lewis Gilboy. Back to Bennett. Edge of the box. Bennett. Well, he's tackled. But McLaughlin does well. Good throw in though it will be to Dragoons. 8 minutes left, plus any added time. Keelan Swales now deep in his own half. Now Monroe. Monroe into the centre circle, over halfway, Charlie Monroe. Looking for his 3rd goal, perhaps. Good ball, though. Max Woodcock into the box. Cross it comes. Good defence there by Drobny. Will be a corner. It sounds ironic, but there has been some decent defending at times, some good taking up of positions. Keelan Swales. Now Monroe. Monroe. Has he kept it in play? Keelan Swales now. McLaughlin. No, gets too far underneath that goal kick. Neil Reynolds pulls a little face there, but not an overly alarmed one. You can think about man of the match soon, Paul.
Well, apart from the 4-goal Bennett.
Well, 4-goal Bennett, clearly
a contender.
Contender.
I think Monroe's drilled a very well organised midfield.
Yes, a sympathy vote would go to Max Woodcock, who's been very busy, but just hasn't been able to find the net, apart from the time when he was offside. Here's Dom Doyle, who's looked good.
He's looked very accomplished.
That's a really nice looking ball as well, but that's a poor clearance header from Krakow. Ennis, Jammer, nice ball there. Keelan Swales, across it comes. Drobny gets in the way, ball still in play. Bob Jammer. Through there to Monroe. Monroe flicks it out right hand side. Chance here for Keelan Swales to make it number 11 and his first goal for FC. A record very much on there. Took it in nicely. Infield put it onto his left foot and just placed it perfectly to the keeper's left. FC United 11, Krakow Dragoons 0.
Well, the record is still there to be equalled at least. There's 5.5 minutes left.
FC United's goal difference now is plus 17. Vinsky, remember, minus 2. 19 goal turnaround. Doyle gets into trouble. Janowski, the young lad, but it's good defence.
Well, he redeemed himself.
Yeah, that wouldn't. Now Ennis, long ball forward. Jammer on the chase. Oh, Jammer with a real chance here. Oh, unselfishly played it infield, but
he was trying to get Woodcock in, wasn't he?
He was. Woodcock, oh, and loose ball, and now Vosinelek. Oh, Smits on the left flank, good work from Jammer. And now Monroe. Monroe through to Bennett. Chance for number 5. Gilboy's across to his left, and Gilboy to make it 12. Is it his first goal for FC? But Gilboy makes it 12. They equal the record. 12-0.
It is Gilboy's first, yes.
Goal difference of 18 now for FC. So it's a 20 goal turnaround that Vinsky would need in having to beat the two others, win both their games.
That's 45 goal attempts now we've had.
And now FC, how ruthless are they prepared to be here? That ball will go through to DJ Willen. Eventually plays it out of defence. Monroe. Monroe over halfway. About 3 minutes to go. Woodcock. If anybody deserves a goal, it's Max Woodcock. Ball is cleared. Ennis though with a chance. Shoots over the bar. 3 minutes plus added time. By rights, there should be some added time. Paul, so many goals, another 7 goals in this half, plus a couple of stoppages.
I think for humanitarian reasons, it might blow on the 90.
Well, the way they've been observing the law. It's good. David Gilboy. Ennis now. Ennis. Bennett! 13. And the ruthlessness of FC. And Bennett with number 5 for himself. Good work. The cross came in.
Well, there's the record. That's an FC record in the Phoenix and a Phoenix record.
Forabosco out to the left-hand side. Right-footed shot to curl it in, but just wide. (13-0). Halfway to 26-0. FC. Here's Dom Doyle. Keelan Swales flights it for Gilboy, waiting, taking it neatly. Gilboy into the box. Gluttonous are FC. Monroe, chance for a hat-trick. Yes, 14. Monroe gets a hat-trick. Let's try and recap these goals. 5 for Bennett, 3 for Monroe, 1 for Jones,
1 McLaughlin, 1 Jamie, 1 Swales,
1 Gilboy, and the referee blows the whistle at full time. FC United 14, Krakow Dragoons 0. Aaron Bennett with 5 goals, a hat-trick for Charlie Monroe, and then a whole queue of players: Curtis Jones, Bob Jammer, Keelan Swales, Lewis Gilboy, and it really has been a feast. Well, thank you for your company this afternoon on the TV, and welcome to Krakow Dragoons, who will go to the SMRE for a warm reception, and FC United have done what they needed to do and more. FC now full steam ahead, Lake Garda.